No, I am very happy. In today's conversation, I want to talk to you about Justice Federal Credit Union. And we have two credit cards, the Visa Signature and the Visa Platinum, and both cards have a 0% cash advance APR for 18 months. You're going to love today's conversation. I guarantee it. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome Studio Kiwi Show. How are you today? I hope you are doing fantastic. I'm doing marvelous, if you were to ask me. If you are doing as great as I am, go grab a cup of coffee, or tea, or vodka, and let's roll. In today's conversation, I want to talk to you about Justice FCU, and they have two credit cards called the Visa Signature and Visa Platinum, and both cards have a 0% cash advance APR for 18 months. Let's first talk about eligibility. So with Justice FCU, you'll get a long 0% interest rate on purchases, balance transfers, and cash advances with no fee on balance transfers. The thing here is that this is a full, I would call a full service institution, because you can open checking accounts, savings accounts, credit cards, certificates and IRAs, individual retirement accounts. They have programs for young savers, so that's not a problem. They have programs for students. And what we love is they have something called the Affinity Card Program. So they are very proud to be the financial partner of the strongest law enforcement networks in the world. So each time you use your Affinity credit card, they will give back to your organization. So that's just fantastic. Now let's talk about joining Justice FCU, because a lot of people believe that you have to be affiliated with law enforcement to qualify. This is true, but you can also qualify without being affiliated with the law enforcement community, okay? So employees, retirees, and family members of the following entities are eligible to join Justice Federal Credit Union. So Department of Justice, Department of Homeland Security. We have more law enforcement agencies. We have government contracting companies. So if you are affiliated with a government contracting companies, not a problem, you're in. We have more companies. And if you have affiliation with Law Enforcement Association, this is also great. So this is how 95% of Americans can get into Justice FCU. They can get the membership. You just need to have, you need to become a donor or a member of a law enforcement association, okay? But that's if you have no law enforcement affiliation. So I'm gonna leave this on the screen for a few seconds so you can see which association you will love to join. And once you join the association, all you have to do and just give Justice FCU a call, and they will ask you for your association, for your law enforcement affiliation. You just give them the name and your donor member or your account number, and you are in. Okay. Let me talk to you about the requirements, folks. We are still having a conversation about the Visa Signature and the Visa Platinum from Justice FCU. Those two cards carry a 0% cash advance APR for 18 months. That's just fantastic. How do you get it? So besides the membership, the credit union membership, you got to have a FICO score of 570 minimum. That's the minimum, 570. And your income should be at least $12,000 a year. So we're talking about $1,000 a month. This is pre-tax income, your gross income. You got to have verifiable income. So you got to have W-2s, pay stubs, and 1099s. Now, if you work in a company where you're paid in cash, you need to have a letter confirming employment from your employer. In other words, your employer has to sign, you have to write a letter that says, hey, listen, this person is employed here and we're just paying him or her, but you got to verify employment. This is very important. Your DTI must be 38% maximum. Your debt to income ratio must be 38% maximum. If you have more than that, you want to do everything to bring it down so that you can qualify for this the Visa Signature or the Visa Platinum card. Okay, So how do you, debt to income ratio is very simple. You basically take your how much money you allocate to debt servicing to pay your debts, and you divide that by your income, your pre-tax income. So for example, if you're making $10,000 a year, a month rather, and you're spending $4,000 on debt servicing, your DTI is 40%. 4,000 divided by 10,000 multiplied by 100, that's 40%. Your CUR, your credit utilization ratio, should be between 25 and 40%. If you are above that, Justice FCU might not approve you. So the range is 25 to 40%. In our experience, based on our work with clients, you want to be around 28% or 30%. 30% is a sweet spot. They will approve you, not a problem. And Justice FCU actually allows people to co-sign, so not a problem. You can co-apply for this card. If you have a fair or you have a bad credit and you want to co-apply with someone, not a problem. And authorized users are possible. You can add as many as 3 authorized users on the card that you have with Justice FCU. And in some cases, they want the authorized users to also be the credit union members. So for instance, if you're adding your son or you're adding your adult son or your adult daughter, they might want the daughter or the son to also have an account with Justice FCU. Now let me talk to you about the Visa Platinum. This is the first card I want to talk to you about. So with this Visa Platinum, you basically can earn rewards points on every purchase, redeemable for travel, airfare, name brand, merchandise, and so much more. And the beauty is, this is just wonderful, folks. You have a 0% APR for 18 months. That's 18 months intro rate on purchases, balance transfers, and you heard it right, cash advances. And after that, you have a 11.90% non-variable APR after the intro rate, okay? So you have a contactless Visa credit card, $0 annual fee, $0 balance transfer fee. You can earn double rewards at wholesale clubs, such as BJ's and Sam's Clubs. You can earn double rewards when you book travel through curewards.com. And we love the fact that you have advanced digital card control, okay? So one thing that's very important to understand is that an introductory rate will apply for the 18-month period immediately following the date your account is established. Now, if you have previously received a credit card from Justice FCU, the 18 months introductory rate will not apply to new credit cards. So if you are already a member and you have a credit card with them, this 18-month period, the intro period, will not apply to you, okay? And you also have to understand that Visa's zero liability policy does not apply to ATM transactions or to PIN transactions not processed by Visa, or if you were grossly negligent or fraudulent in the handling of your card, right? Because the whole thing is that Visa $0 policy, the liability policy, applies for electronic transactions. And if you have been accused, if you have been guilty of gross negligence, then they can't actually approve you, or they cannot vouch for the fraudulent transaction. You will not be covered. What I'm trying to say here is that it's important if you have this card, use it responsibly, okay? And make sure that you are constantly monitoring your account and constantly monitoring your credit report as well. But the card is great. We love the fact that you have 0% APR on purchases, balance transfers, and cash advances. And the cool thing here is that they can actually approve you for up to $50,000. $50,000. But again, this will depend on your FICO score, your employment. Remember, your pay must be verifiable, okay? They will take everything from W-2, your pay stubs, your 1099s, and in some cases, they will ask for you to provide the bank statements, and this must be the bank where you get direct deposit. I want to talk to you about the Visa Signature, folks. So I just covered the Visa Platinum. Now I want to talk about the Visa Signature. So this is a cashback card. So the Visa Platinum was a rewards card, but this Visa Signature is a cashback card. So you earn 1.5% cashback on every purchase. You have a 0% APR, 18-month intro rate on purchases, balance transfers, and cash advances. And after that, You have an APR that goes from 10.15% to 18% variable APR. Again, you have a contactless Visa credit card. This is really good. You have 24/7 concierge service. We love that. No foreign transaction fees. This is great. You have $0 annual fee. There is no balance transfer fee. That's just fantastic. You also get advanced digital card control. What we love with this card is the fact that you have a Visa signature concierge. This is a great service, okay? And this service is available to you 24 hours a day, 24/7, not a problem. And if you have any question, you can call 1-800-953-7392. Okay, so for example, let's say, how can you actually benefit from this Visa signature card? Let's take travel, for example. Travel. So from travel research, trip planning to booking airlines, this is a card that you want to have. And this is a service you want to rely on. Your Visa signature concierge is available day or night. You can call them. You can ask questions about travel. You can ask questions about sports and entertainment. So I'm talking about season tickets to sold out shows. They will be there for you. They'll ask you. They will give you all the info that you need. They will actually book things for you. They can also help you in terms of wine and food. If you love wine and food, like some of us, you can actually rely on Visa Signature Concierge to assist with your dining request. Okay, from family style to 5-star restaurants, they are there for you. The bottom line is you want to reach out to them and you want to explain to them what you're looking for, and they'll help you out. They can also help you out with shopping. Okay, they can assist with finding a gift or sending flowers. Again, you have a premium service that is available to you 24/7. You got to contact them. But this comes only with the Visa Signature card, not with the Platinum card. Okay, the Platinum card is a rewards, if you will, a rewards card. The Visa Signature card is a cashback card. But this service, the Visa Signature Concierge, is only available for Visa Signature account holder. I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another section of the Awesome Sweetie Kiwi Show. We are still having a conversation about Justice FCU, and this is a credit union that has the beautiful idea of giving applicants, qualified applicants for that matter, a 0% intro APR for 18 months on cash advances, balance transfers, and purchases. That's just wonderful. Let's just explore a little bit about what this institution is also offering. They offer loans also. So we just thought it would just make sense to talk about the loans that they have, because not everybody will qualify for the credit cards, right? But how about trying their loans? You never know. You might get in through the loan option. So you can use a loan from Justice FCU for several reasons. They have loans that help you consolidate debt to pay off bills. And the great thing is, the funny thing is, they have a very, very, very low APR as well on their loans. Just great. It goes from 3%, 3.5% based on what we have seen, all the way to 11%. Again, it depends on your credit worthiness, but those are really great rates for personal loans. So you can use the loans from Justice FCU to cover unplanned emergency expenses. You can make necessary home repairs. You can finance family emergencies, funeral expenses. It could be adoption, it could be baby showers, whatever. Good news, bad news. Whenever you need cash, you can use a loan from Justice FCU to cover those expenses. You can use the loan to help cover moving costs. You can make a large purchase. And we love the fact that their loans are scalable. In other words, they can go all the way from $1,000 to $50,000. And we have seen cases where people got approved for even higher amount. But again, it depends on your relationship with the institution, right? It depends on your MPR with them. And you can purchase appliances. They can even finance your vehicle. Yeah, they can do that. So the bottom line is that you want to apply with you really want to apply at a branch. If you don't have time or you don't live in the vicinity of a branch, you basically want to give them a call. They're there for you. They will work with you, and make sure that you have all your information ready, that you have verifiable proof of income, that you have your financial statements in some cases, that you're making at least $18,000. Okay, it has to be $18,000. $18,000 for the loan. For the credit card is $12,000, but for the loan is $18,000. That's gross income. Okay, and yeah. Let me talk to you about the application, folks. We want to talk about the application process for this Justice FCU 0% Cash Advance APR. The first thing is you first need to be eligible for membership, right? So applying is fast and easy. And basically, as you can see on the screen here, they want you to have your government issued ID, your complete physical and mailing address, your social. If you don't have a social, but you have an ITIN, they will take that also, your individual tax identification number, your date of birth, and your credit and debit card or US checking accounts to fund your new accounts. Basically, to become a member, once you qualify for membership, you need to fund your accounts, right? It has to be a checking account or a savings account, all right? And they say very clearly here is that you need to have a US address, you need to be a US citizen or a US resident alien. You need to have a green card, okay? And on the second screenshot, you can see here, they're asking you to tell them how you are eligible for membership. So you can see that what I was talking to you earlier. I was telling you that you can qualify by being an employee or a member of a law enforcement association. See, if you have no affiliation to law enforcement, you can just pick a charity, give them $5 or $10, and become a member. So you can see on the fourth. That's the fourth category here. I am an employee or a member of a law enforcement association. But those are the options that you have if you want to become a member of the Justice FCU. On the third screenshot here, so once you do this, they want you to actually fund your account. So the minimum deposit is of $5. Okay, so once you do this, you should be good to go. And or you can open a checking accounts or a savings accounts or even both. It really depends on you. And you see the options here for checking accounts. So you have Freedom Direct Checking, the Justice National Account, and Beyond the Badge Checking. One thing I also want to say here is, so once you actually pass this stage, the next screen will be, we couldn't go further because we did not want to apply for a membership in this credit union, but basically once you fund your account, everything is fine. The next stage, you can apply for either the Visa Platinum credit card or the Visa Signature credit card, and they will ask you to enter your social security number. They'll ask you to enter your zip code or your address, all that kind of stuff. And based on your income, also based on your DTI, they will be able to figure out how much to give you in terms of credit limits. But it goes from $1,000 to $50,000. We have seen in very rare cases they even went to $60,000 or $65,000. Let me give you a few pro tips before we close today's conversation. I just want to say that if your goal is to get approved for the Justice FCU credit cards, whether it is the Visa Platinum or the Visa Signature, make sure that you have your paperwork, you keep your paperwork intact and in a safe place. You can keep your paperwork electronically on a USB hard drive, on the cloud, or at home in a closet. Just make sure that everything is just, is gathered nicely. It's important to gather your documents. And by documents, I'm talking about your personal tax returns for the last 3 years, because Justice FCU might ask for it, right? So your 1040s for the last 3 years, keep them. Your personal bank statements, they might ask to see the last 3 months of bank statements, especially the bank where you receive direct deposits for your pay, because Justice might want to reconcile what you're telling them you make every month with what they see on your bank statements. They might also ask you for personal financial statements. So this will include your personal balance sheet, your personal cash flow statements, and your personal income statements. So your balance sheet is basically a financial report where you put your assets, your liabilities, and your net worth, right? So assets, this is what you own. Liabilities, this is what you owe, your debts, your obligations. And your net worth is basically the difference between your assets, your total assets, and your total liabilities. And they might also ask you to provide your income statement. Income statement is pretty similar to your budget. So you have expenses and you have revenue. So when you subtract your expenses from your revenue, you have your net income, or in the case of an individual, that's called disposable income. And one thing I need to also ask you is that the Justice FCU, depending on the credit card that you want, basically they might ask for additional documentation. Obviously, the Visa Signature is a little higher than the Visa Platinum in terms of rewards, in terms of the service that you get. So your income must be a little high. So what I'm trying to say here is, to qualify for Visa Signature, you better make more than $12,000. $12,000 is the bare minimum if you want to really qualify and have a consequential limit on this Visa Signature card. You better make some money, okay? This could be 30 grand, 40 grand, 50 grand, 60 grand a month, a year, okay? So just think about that. All right, folks, this is it for today's conversation. I was talking to you about Justice FCU 0% Cash Advance APR for 18 months. We have the Visa Platinum and the Visa Signature card. So I gave you the eligibility criteria, the requirements, the card themselves, so the Visa Platinum and the Visa Signature cards, the loans that Justice FCU has, the application process, and some pro tips. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. I'll see you next time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.